So thank you very much, the Tech Observer team and all the viewers out here who gathered for the summit. Digital Senate Summit 2022 on building scalable, secure, resilient and open digital ecosystem. And I am Colonel Nath, Director General of Center for Development of Advanced Computing, which is an autonomous technical organization under the Ministry of Electronics and IT. And we deal with almost all the domains under the ICT, ranging from microprocessors to electronics to um, enterprise solutions for big organizations to high performance computing, heritage computing, and language technologies, speech technologies, cyber forensics, cyber security, honeypots, honeynets under the cyber security arena, and so many other domains which are under these areas: artificial intelligence, big data analytics, quantum technologies, which is an upcoming domain now under our radar. And yeah, so this is the large expanse of the length and breadth of C-DAC, and we have recently carved out 6 missions out of our activity areas, out of which we are pursuing 4 of them very, very vigorously. And I'll be talking about all this during the course of my speech. So thank you for giving us this opportunity of showcasing C-DAC and also talking about the technical agenda of the government and how C-DAC is furthering the agenda under the Digital India and Azadi Ka Amrit Bharat Mahotsav. During the last I would say 6 to 8 years, there has been a phenomenal growth, I would say, under the IT, in the proliferation of IT into the social mainstream, I would say, and due to the futuristic thinking of the government and so many other agencies involved, IT has been able to penetrate almost all walks of life for all the citizens, the ordinary citizens. So now we have, the India stack, which is in place, which is the bedrock of India stack is a set of digital identity products centered around Aadhaar, which is the India's national identity program, under which more than 1.31 billion Indians possess an Aadhaar number, which allows them to perform a lot of actions. So along with Aadhaar, we have the mobile Aadhaar, we have DigiLocker, we have IMPS, UPI services, the payment gateways, and so many other things which are the enabling ecosystem for a lot of other facilities which the government has thrown open. May it be the National Voter Services Portal, under which one can upload documents and get the voter ID card. And also during the elections, we can come to know where is the polling booth. The voter slip can be downloaded from the portal. And there are so many other services. Even the registration for new voters has become much, much more easier and transparent today. And along with that, the Employees Provident Fund portal, which is becoming more and more interactive and resilient today, the ESIC, and the health services, which are witnessing a revolution today in the country, led by the Ayushman Bharat and the Digital Health Mission. So these are certain systems which are heralding unparalleled growth, not only within India, but I think we are a source of envy as far as the entire world is concerned. Even the developed countries in Europe, they don't have these kind of well-established payment systems, the election systems and the proliferation of the health systems. So I think there are these foundations or the bedrocks which the government has established, which establish the identity of the citizen, which has made all these services available or enabled all these services. And in addition, we have unveiled the e-sign, which is the one-time electronic signature, which has been authenticated, and it is very much valid when a document is signed because it has the CA certification, and C-DAC is one of the 4 or 5 agencies which are offering e-sign services to the entire country as well as the government organizations. It has been leveraged by e-governance platforms, BFSI segments, universities, the health segment, the agriculture segment, and other departments in the government, and about 4.85 crore e-signatures, which is very small for the ecosystem, but nevertheless, they have been offered, and we are growing bigger and bigger by the day. This I'm talking about the CDAC e-sign service. Then we have the e-Praman authentication platform, which is a platform to standardize and ensure trusted, convenient, and reliable online authentication identity management system. And the Mobile Seva initiative of CDAC enables integration of the mobile platform with common e-governance infrastructure, which is consisting of the state data centers, the state wide area networks, state service delivery gateway, national service delivery gateway, and all this facilitates the delivery of public services over the mobile devices using mobile-based channels such as SMS, USSD, IVRS, M-Maps, etc. So that's how I would say now the CDAC initiatives are helping government to reach out to more and more citizens, in addition to the other initiatives which have already been taken by the other agencies. We also have the unified blockchain framework in place in the country. The national blockchain policy has also been unveiled, in which we are starting with an already developed blockchain framework. But in the second phase, we are now developing also our own blockchain framework, which will be homegrown blockchain framework available soon for all the services within the country. And a lot of early use cases are already there in place in the land records domain. And this cross-domain application development and deployment, which is addressing the performance, scalability, interoperability, security, and privacy of various applications, is the strength or the USP of this blockchain. And the e-sign integrated with blockchain-based proof of existence, I think will be the ultimate stamp of authenticity which can be given to a particular document and make it a trusted document or the source of trust. Now, as I said that there is a use case in the property registration, which is already in place from January 2019. And it is in the Shamshabad district of Telangana, and live transactions are property transactions are being recorded on blockchain from the date that is January 2019, since the time it has become active. And we have had about 75,000 migrations of legacy data dating back from 2008 to 2018. And there are 11 nodes across CDAC centers which we have established, which are the blockchain nodes, and 15 plus statewide registration are happening as we speak today per minute. And the transactions per minute it can handle are 3,000 to 3,300. So this is the scale at which the blockchain is growing. And as far as the futuristic technology solution is concerned, all transactions related to data access can be stored in transparent time sequence and tamper-evident manner in blockchain. Why? Because it is distributed. So it avoids single point of failure or compromise. And trust is established because we are using various technologies. Audit trails are very much there and give assurance through smart contracts on data access aspects. And validity and authenticity of the transactions which are related to data access can be protected even through digital signatures based on the cryptographic algorithms and stored on the blockchain. Cryptographic algorithms are also being used to meet the privacy requirements of specific data. And so blockchain acts as a single source of truth for all data access. Now, CDAC has also played a very key role during the pandemic and the post-pandemic situations in enabling the national agenda. We have unveiled our telemedicine system, which has also won the presidential award. It is called E-Sanjeevani, and now it has become a very popular name in the country. Now it was integrated with the Arogya Setu Mitra for general and COVID patients, and it has already seen 1.35 crore plus consultations all across the country. And an adaptation of this same system has been done by the defense services. It's called E-Sehat OPD. So it not only allows for the doctor consultations, but also for the OPDs, for other services, the OPDs. And very soon, we are also coming up with more improved versions of this telemedicine system. And coupled with that, our hospital management information system, the blood bank management system, and the DVDMS, which is the supply chain for the drugs, which are already proliferated all across the country in the government hospitals, in many hospitals, I would say, and the railways. So we are coming up, with these kind of offerings now, so that it can be thrown open to all, even the private sector. So very soon we will be seeing the versions of these kind of services being rolled out and being used all across the country, even in the private sector. Right now, they are limited to the government sector. The next thing which we have touched, in fact, we have a very, very well-established bioinformatics team in C-DAC, which has been experimenting with the protein folding, genomics, drug discovery, drug repurposing, all these aspects since a long time. And now under the National Supercomputing Mission, huge amount of compute and customized compute facilities have been made available to this team. So therefore, they have come up with very, very innovative molecular dynamics visualization tools, and through which they are carrying out this drug discovery experiments. And during COVID time, they have done some research in the remdesivir and indesivir and all these drugs. And their work has been published in the UK Journal of Chemistry and many other very highly rated journals. And the findings are actually related or correlated with the other world findings, and they are very much in line. We have, with our high throughput docking, which we have perfected on these high performance computing machines, we have performed a lot of these drug discovery and drug repurposing experiments, and come up with results regarding Indenavir, as I said, ivermectin, remdesivir, etc. And we have also, during the COVID time, unveiled the drug discovery hackathon as an innovation, innovation experiment or an innovation initiative of the country for discovering new drugs. And Dr. Harshvardhan, Honorable Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare, he inaugurated the drug discovery hackathon on July 2nd, 2020, along with Shri Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, the Honorable Minister of Human Resource Development, and Shri Sanjay Dhotre, that time the Honorable Minister of State for HRD. So this was the joint initiative of CSIR and AICTE for drug discovery for COVID-19. And C-DAC has played a key role to enable this hackathon by providing the virtual tool room facility for the research based on HPC infrastructure of C-DAC and NSM. In a sense, we have made huge amount of compute infrastructure available for this. we have made our teams available for hand-holding of all the participants so that they can actually run their codes on these machines in an effective manner. And sometimes we also help them to further optimize and parallelize their code so they can run in a more optimal manner on these machines. And we, like all other organizations, also converted to the online mode for conduct of our very highly rated postgraduate diploma courses. They are in the high-end technology domain. So we have conducted e-diploma courses online since the 2020, and 3 or 4 batches have been conducted. And during this time, over 2,909 students got placed who are undergoing the e-diploma and postgraduate diploma courses in 11 domains. We have started in September 2021 in the totally online batch with a total capacity of 5050. So this was the first time that we started a full-fledged online e-diploma course. The earlier courses were truncated courses and the number of disciplines were also less from 2020 onwards. But after tasting the success and after changing the mode of conduct to more suit the psychology of the students by change in the pedagogy and very large scale percentage of hiring of these people who have undergone even these e-diploma courses, we have got encouraged, and now we are starting full-fledged. Already the September 2021 batch, we have started a full-fledged diploma in 11 domains, and we are starting the next one now in the April time. So we have actually fully now adopted ourselves to the online mode as far as our these conduct of these online courses are concerned. And we have 12 C-DAC training centers and 19 authorized training centers across India where we run these courses. And these courses are rated in 14 domains to NSQF level 8. And and we run diploma programs in 3 domains and certificate programs in 27 domains of NSQF level 7. And we have a national common campus placement program, and we have been conducting it online. And almost 300 companies visit these national common campus placement programs. And we have achieved 90% placement for February 2020 and 95% placement for our September 2020 batches, which is actually unprecedented. We were not able to reach these figures even when we are conducting it totally offline. And some of these diploma courses, I would say, are just to tell you, the diploma in advanced computing, VLSI, diploma in embedded system design, IoT, big data analytics, AI, and advanced security systems. All these courses are covered under this domain. C-DAC has also played a very key role in Atmanirbharta, in making India self-sufficient as far as the indigenous server design is concerned. We have recently launched our indigenous server called Rudra, based on our own motherboard. The motherboard has completely been designed in India. Of course, it has a processor, memory, and certain other components which are still procured globally. But however, the entire design of the motherboard is totally Indian. The IP is ours, and it has successfully passed all the benchmarks. And we have already tested a truncated version of the machine, which is giving us 30 teraflops of power. 6 nodes, 6 of these servers are deployed there with GPUs. And we hope that this will create a revolution in manufacturing in India. And we have also tested the applicability of these servers for deployment in the hyper-converged infrastructure data centers, where they can be used not only as HPC but also to provide normal cloud services. So those benchmark tests have already been run, and they've been very encouraging. And along with that, we also have our interconnect called Trinetra, which is the heart of the HPC system. And this Trinetra will again replace the foreign procured interconnects which we have been using in our HPC systems. And this has also been very well tested and demonstrated, and we are getting speeds of about 600 Gbps, which is really compatible to the global standards. And very soon we'll be doubling these speeds and coming up to 200 Gbps interfaces and making it going up to a capacity of 2000 Gbps. That means one card will be connected to 10 different cards, and therefore achieving a speed of 200 into 10. So these two are very, very significant achievements as far as our high performance computing domain is concerned under the National Supercomputing Mission. And I think they will go a long way in indigenizing our high performance computing infrastructures all across the country in a big way, and also our data centers in a big way. Then we have been indigenously developing microprocessors in line with the Atmanirbharta vision. The Vega series of microprocessors, which are RISC-V based, 32 and 64-bit, they are of 120, 150 nanometer miniaturization scale and 100, 150 hertz clock speed. But these microprocessors, they find large amount of applications in various domains like health, like drones, like IoT-based devices, which are being used in almost all the places in the country. So we find that these microprocessors will definitely find a big way into the Indian market. And as part of the Swadeshi Microprocessor Challenge, which was thrown open again to all the startups in the country, we have witnessed wonderful applications based on these Vega series of microprocessors. And people who have come up with very, very innovative ideas, as I said, on drones, on smart energy meters, water meters, some healthcare applications, and so on and so forth. CDAC has also taken giant leaps in the quantum technology domain, and we have come up with an innovation where we have ported software libraries which can simulate a quantum computer onto our own GPU-based supercomputer in a box. We call it as Param Shavak, as well as our supercomputer with a higher scale called Param Siddhi, which is a 200 AI petaflop supercomputer. So this quantum simulator we call QSIM can be made available to students who are passionate to learn and experiment in quantum computing. They can actually run their programs, they can simulate hardware gates and make their circuits and see how different algorithms in the quantum computing domain can be programmed, and how the noise can be simulated or different things can be simulated, and how the results can be got. So quantum computing is something which is a disruptive technology. It will come with a bang in the future when the actual quantum computers will be fabricated, where large amount of challenges are there to actually fabricate big quantum computers because of the various disadvantages they are suffering right now because of noise and because of the low degree of temperatures they have to go to, and so many others. But stabilizing the states of the ions and so many other challenges which the physicists are trying to overcome. But once this technology is there, it's going to actually cause disruption in the cryptography domain, and most of the cryptographic algorithms are going to be rendered ineffective. So therefore, it is imperative that countries invest, and likewise India is also investing in this very important technology domain, and creating a large human resource base which can actually utilize this technology and come up with effective countermeasures for cyber attacks, for attacks which are trying to break your cryptographic system, for quantum resistive cryptographic algorithms, and so many other things, quantum key distribution, quantum communication, so many other issues related with quantum technologies. And as far as our immediate priorities are concerned, we are going ahead in a big way in, as I told you, in high performance computing and AI under the National Supercomputing Mission. We are installing machines which will actually make a critical HPC AI infrastructure available to academic institutions, to startups, so that they can train large data sets, large workloads on these machines, and at a very nominal price, and come up with inference engines and deploy them in their own areas on various subjects. The National Language Technology Mission right now is a big user of our HPC AI facility, along with a lot of other academic institutions which are using these facilities for their high-end research. And also our supercomputing facilities are being made use of by researchers in various domains, and C-DAC is also coming up with very disruptive applications in flood prediction, in weather prediction, the urban modeling and monitoring of air, water, flood, etc., air quality, water quality monitoring, flood monitoring in the urban areas. So these kind of applications, oil exploration based on the seismic studies, and the very high-end and very socially impactful applications are coming up on these supercomputers which have already been established. And we hope to increase the domain and the reach of these applications to the common man in time to come. Microprocessor development and professional electronics in another area in which C-DAC is giving the nation large amount of products. As I said, the Vega series of microprocessors, and we are part of the RISC-V mission of the country, which has been unveiled. And the ultimate aim is to come up with a RISC-V microprocessor, 64-bit, 2002 gigahertz processor. And not only the processor, but also the ecosystem around that processor, which will help us build devices and spring up companies which will actually use these devices for their other products. Like we are coming up with the smart energy meters, smart water meters. Our Vega series of microprocessor also finding applications in healthcare devices, like we have ourselves innovatively come up with devices which are called the Cerviscan, which can scan the human body for cervical cancer. And these are just some things to start with. So these can be used as the use cases, and many other disruptive applications can come up based on these initial applications. And these are also going to find their way into strategic areas in defense and law enforcement for various things, in edge devices and face recognition and so many other things. C-DAC is likely to contribute to the national effort in a big way in this area. In the quantum computing and communication domain, as I have told you already, that we not only have come up with the initial part, that is the quantum simulator, but we are working hand in hand with the entire national ecosystem. We have signed MOUs with DRDO labs, with Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, and so many other organizations, NTRO, and we are not only helping out in the building the software ecosystem around the quantum computers, but also building accelerators and also the simulators, and trying out our own experiments in area of quantum key distribution, quantum communication, etc. And cyber security is another focus area in which CDAC has always been a pioneer and will be a pioneer, because um, cyber security, CDAC has given a lot of products like, you know, even the mobile area, we have given products where, M Kavach is one of the very popular products of CDAC, which is available for free download. It can protect the Android mobiles from malware. And there are both freely loadable versions and enterprise versions of this software. And other than that, we have application whitelisting solutions, we have perimeter security solutions, we have in the cyber forensic domain also, we have a large amount of applications in this area. So therefore, cyber forensic and cyber security is again one of our key focus areas in which CDAC is moving ahead. We have a 3-year, 5-year plan. We have a strategy. We're working in honey-nets and honeypots and so many other areas. AI-based cybersecurity applications, which can give an automatic response to a cyber attack. Cyber resistant, very, very interesting and innovative areas in which CDAC is going ahead. And to consolidate all these developments of the researchers, where we come up to the POC stage, we have given ourselves a lot of flexibility, since we are an autonomous body and our governing council has given us a lot of flexibility. We have unrolled various measures in which we can collaborate with industry, and along with industry, we can go ahead and make much bigger and much more market viable products, I would say, in order to find, for the products to actually be effective in the Indian market. So that with that, I think I have covered a large area of CDAC activities, and not only made you aware of entire India stack, but also a glimpse of what CDAC is doing in this short time which has given to me. So thank you very much.